dead
I
as
think
far as
it's
I know.
dead.
No, it's not dead.
It's just in cryogenic stasis.
Close enough to dead.
I really want that to be done as well. I'm a big fan of Mass Effect.
I'm just going to give you guys a big hug.
No, thank you.
No, that's the symbol I basically chose.
Fair enough.
It's an insect reaching out to give you a hug.
Oh, the Uratus bug.
Yeah.
I've copied it. Now I guess I just changed the enabled mods file, and I'm good to go. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Just changed the enabled mods text, and I'm good to go.
Yep. Once you copied it to that mod folder, you're good to go. Well, you know, the text and all. Yeah.
There is that random Asgard faction in the Pegasus Galaxy.
The Veneer.
Wasn't Loki part of that?
No. He was a renegade at the time, but
Well, on my recent trip to Sweden, I kind of did a bit of a refresher on Norse mythology, and to be perfectly honest, Loki was always a bit of a bastard. Like, I love the story about how the reason that Thor got his hammer, Mjolnir, all started with something that Loki did.
yeah.
Loki got drunk one night and thought it would be funny to shave the head of Thor's missus. Can't remember her name now. Golden hair, long golden hair,
Freya, probably.
famed
Freya
of the
was
gods
his
and all
mother.
that. Yeah, so he thought, and then Thor basically said, "Look, unless you do something to get her to replace that golden hair, I'm going to break every bloody bone in your body." So he ended up going to two groups of dwarves who each made 3 items each, and one of the items happened to be Mjolnir. So it all started because Loki was pissed and wanted to have some fun.
Is it just Taurian Assurance?
Yes, at the moment it is.
Alright.
What would happen in a battle between the original replicators? No, the Azorans and the other replicators. If those two ever came to face off against each other, who would win?
That's a good
What did he
question.
say again?
No, I'm just using
Again, who against
between the two different types of replicator. If they ever faced off against each other, who would have the upper hand?
The Azurans.
Well, I don't know, because the Azurans use energy weapons, which are not effective.
You forget, they also have drones.
Yes, but also I think the big difference between the two replicators is the way their methodology of how they go about things. The Azorans are not the mindless, consume everything in their path type mentality. So I think if those two mentalities clash, I'm not sure who would prevail. Would the Azorans be able to adapt quick enough
Dare
and
give us an
overcome?
AI?
There is an AI, yes.
Why?
Because they're funny.
Do you know what I do to AIs in SGI 3?
I'm just saying the game speed's on normal.
Oh, good
I
point.
just get a handful of scouts, send it to their capital world, and just make the scouts do big circles, and the fleece just
Turn
chase
all
them.
sectors on for laughs.
Oh, yeah, no.
They work.
Did you order my
No.
thing?
No.
They work.
Is it coming tomorrow?
Yes.
And everything else that I need with it?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it costs more than 30 quid then?
No. I have an SD card right here somewhere you can use.
Okay. Well, didn't I need something else?
No?
Ah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And can you sort my insurance out, please?
Yeah,
For
I'll
my
do that
holiday?
tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay. That's the link on it. I don't think that feels like it.
Are we there yet?
I hope she's not on about life insurance.
For the sake of the stream, I've gone to push to talk. Next thing.
Bloody dogs. Oh. No, there's not the dogs.
We hear your deepest, darkest secrets now.
Washing your hair first thing in the morning. That's how you
Mhm. And we're in
I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you're in.
the game.
The hunt has begun.
X-303, Prometheus class reporting for duty.
Oh dear.
X-303.
We do
Prometheus class
go.
reporting
Hunting
for
we
duty.
do go.
TV's no use on target to scan the area.
Right. I don't really want to watch the Devil's Advocate. Is there anything else on TV? Probably not.
Roger that.
Oh, there is, what the hell? MacGyver, but
Move it
on for me for another few hours.
No, I preferred Richard Dean Anderson in Stargate. Thank you very much.
Maneuver to that location.
They don't really show MacGyver over here.
Scouts have
It's
found
on
a
every now and
colonizable
again.
planet.
Reporting in. Moving to location. Moving to location.
I think the lovable rogue on TV in England at the time would have been Sharp,
Prepare for phase jump.
Sean Bean.
Phase jump
I'm
complete.
saying the series class seems a little
Further
weak.
planet upgrades are required.
Oh, the series class. Yeah, that is a little bit.
It's just not. Yeah.
TV's no use on target to scan the area.
Well, you can't have a Titan straight off the bat.
Scouts have found
No,
a
no, no,
colonizable
no, no,
planet.
no. Compared to the next up, which is a flak frigate.
Move it on the double.
Is pretty much what I gotta say about that. But that's damage types, I suppose.
Rail guns.
Structure complete.
Oh, well, yeah, the new series of Red Dwarf started.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
I like the feel of the of the tech tree for these guys.
I would love someone just to put a random star bug in one of the mods somewhere, just for shits and giggles.
A what?
Shields are down.
The
Starbug.
star bug, yeah, just randomly, just it's just there, just doing nothing,
Planet development finished.
just for shits and giggles. I think people will appreciate that. They go, hey! And again, the actual mining shit Red Dwarf is fucking
Research
huge.
complete.
Never actually watched that thing.
Reporting in.
Scouts have
Yeah,
found
something
a
like supposed to be like
colonizable planet.
5 miles long and 3 miles deep.
Reporting in.
Lex, you say?
No, Red Dwarf.
All hands.
It's a
Prepare
British
for phase jump.
I know.
comedy that doesn't take itself seriously at all. You Americans
should
tried to
watch
do a version
Lex.
of it, and it was terrible.
You should watch Lex.
Research
I think
complete.
that's what you're talking about.
No, this is far superior because it's got British humour.
Meh.
Which everyone knows is the best type of humor.
Meh.
Why do the replicators have so many scouts?
American humour doesn't have so many layers to it.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Research complete.
Although I must admit, there is a Canadian stand-up comedian who is one of my favourites. He's a one-line master. He's called Stuart Francis.
Research complete.
Dun dun dun.
You have been.
That's a bit depressing. Oh, never mind. It does target Titans. Okay. It's just sad it doesn't target frigates.
What's that?
Research complete.
Heavy turret.
Oh, yeah.
that. Level off here.
That make things a lot easier for the Destiny.
Structure complete.
Reporting in. Moving to location.
Did someone bounty me?
Prepare for phase jump.
Is someone doing what?
Phase jump complete.
What? I dare someone bounty me.
Don't do it.
Might be
Telling
the
you
AI.
right now, Viking, don't do it.
Even if you want to, don't do it.
Why not?
Structure
Yeah,
complete.
why not?
Because you will
Never do anything he wants you to do.
instantly regret it.
Fair enough.
Come on, you gotta test that theory at least once.
Research
No.
complete.
Take my word for it. I'm not the only one. I'm the only one here, but I'm not the only one.
Is that a song?
You're the one
Sorry.
and only.
Additional credits required.
Brian Adams. Was he Canadian?
Don't think so.
I learned an interesting fact about Canadian music recently.
Oh dear, this should be good.
Research
Obviously, the largest, the biggest selling music artist to come out of Canada,
Move it.
Celine
On the double.
Dion, right? Can you guess who's number 2?
Roger that. Level off here.
Justin
Move it
Bieber.
on the double.
No.
That's a surprise.
It's a woman.
Additional credits required.
Mariah Carey.
No.
I don't know.
She's a bit of a skater boy.
Oh, Avril Lavigne.
Yes. She's quite well clear of Justin Bieber at the moment. Although I think he is catching her.
Shame. I wish he died in a fire.
Research complete.
Is there something that disables
Research
abilities?
complete.
How do you mean?
Is there a ship or station that disables abilities, even passive abilities?
Nothing of value has been
Not
found.
to my knowledge.
Okay.
Roger that.
I was gonna
Level
say,
off here.
I was gonna try and cheat.
Shock, horror. You try and do something
Hey,
like a bastard? I am
New
surprised.
colony has been
you
found.
make my
Destroy the
ships
game?
free of
Complete.
upkeep. I wasn't going to try to make my ships duty free.
Intel reports
Duty free
detecting
ports, man.
power
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on.
Additional credits required. The price on our head has increased.
Someone
Hey,
in the chat
hey,
has said
Viking, I
Canada
dare
is
ya.
sorry.
Viking, I dare you.
Dare you me to do what? What have I done now?
Research complete.
Who knows you're orange? I mean, you're up
Pirate
on the
raiders
chopping
are on the
block right
loose.
now.
Oh, thanks.
Roger that. Level off
Oh,
here.
with his head.
No, I'm good, thanks. I'd like to keep that.
Planet
Off with his other head.
No, I'd like to keep that too.
I think it's an either or situation.
Well, one severs life, one just severs pleasure. Tough choice.
It really is.
Hmm.
Research complete.
Any of you guys watch
Structure
anime?
complete.
The question is, do you think they'd actually answer
Planet is under
truthfully
siege.
Who?
on live stream? Do
Live
you
stream.
actually think anyone that actually watches stuff like that?
I say anime and not cartoon. There is a clear distinction in my mind with the two.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo
watching
is a-
Avatar: The Last Airbender like 5 times over.
Right. Scooby-Doo is a cartoon. Something like,
Nothing
I
of
don't know,
value has been found.
Ghost in the Shell is an
Roger
anime.
that. Level off here.
It's just a story told in animated form. Scooby-Doo is... No, I flat refuse to watch the live-action version because they've changed the backstory of the character.
Sarcastic.
Research
Also,
complete.
quite fanboyish when it comes to certain things. Although I do like Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, but I've got a thing for redheads.
You know she's not naturally red-headed, right?
No, that's why I've specifically said Black Widow.
Interesting.
So,
Research complete.
have any of you watched One Punch Man?
One of our capital ships has been destroyed.
Reporting in.
Watch what?
One Punch Man. It's basically a complete parody of the superhero genre.
Research
It's
complete.
fucking hilarious. How do you tell a story when your main protagonist
Reporting
can destroy any enemy in a single punch? Where's the conflict? So they just basically rip apart all the tropes that go along with, the superhero type genre, and it's quite funny.
Research complete.
I'm just pointing out the Cedar colony ship is in general better than the series, and it's a hell of a lot
Research
cheaper.
complete.
I didn't think the Cedar ship had any weapons.
Reporting in.
9 laser, 40 drone damage. The series has 6 laser, 30 damage. 30 drone damage.
Research complete.
And 950 hull, 2,250 shields, but the Cedar only has 225 shields and 1,000 hull, but it's 6 population versus 16 population.
Oh.
So you could have more.
Research complete.
More for your bang for your buck.
No, you get that when you go to
Reporting in.
Amsterdam.
Meh?
That's on my bucket list. Amsterdam, the only city in the world where men enjoy window shopping.
Okay, push forward.
Well, that's one way of putting it, I suppose.
Research complete. Research complete.
I always like to put a humorous spin on things.
You don't
Makes
say.
life so much more bearable.
Nothing of value has been found.
I swear to God, that guy sounds like he's going to say nothing of value has been lost.
Planet development finished.
It's because there's actually an American anime that started a new volume this week.
And what is that?
Ruby.
Ah,
Wait, they started up a new one?
Yes. Well, the first episode went out on the Rooster Teeth's website last Saturday. It'll be on YouTube this Saturday.
Oh my gosh, I've been waiting so long for that to come out.
Yes, now it's coming on YouTube. When the first episode airs, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to binge all the chibi episodes that have been going on the subber, and then jump into the series. Yes.
Wolf, I thought you said you didn't watch anime.
I don't, but
Dun dun dun.
Were you like me? Did you see the red trailer and go, "Fuck you now, what's this about?"
no, I didn't actually see any trailers for it.
No, that's what got me in. I saw the red trailer on YouTube. It just was in my suggestions at one point. I watched the red trailer. I thought, "Fuck you now." Then I read into it.
No, I started watching it with a friend at his place, and then I didn't want to watch it, and then he
Research complete.
he managed to show me just enough, and then I had to go, and then I was like, frick, now I have to find out what happens.
It showed you at least one fight sequence.
I got to just after the part where they did their first fight in the forest or whatever.
Oh yeah, the initiation thing.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, I got to that bit, and then I had to go, so I just binge watched it.
Yeah, fucking. I didn't see the spoilers in season 3. I mean,
Wait, you've seen season 3?
I've said spoilers because these dudes haven't seen it, and they're such big spoilers I don't want to mention them.
That's appreciated, I suppose.
But there is one thing that they showed in, I think, the last episode. Velvet, the girl with the bunny ears, she's got a brilliant semblance.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a good moment. I also think the soundtrack is awesome. It's got great music.
You have a relic.
That would be from the very talented Jeff Williamson. No, Jeff Williams.
Sung most of the female vocals are mostly done by his daughter Casey Lee Williams,
who is
the
gorgeous.
The really interesting thing is Jeff Williams was the colleague's roommate of Monty Owen, who created Ruby.
Yes, and did all the 3D animation for Red vs. Blue to begin with.
If you look at the Red trailer,
Structure complete.
basically that was done by Monty. The animation was done by Monty Owen and I think one other person.
Yes,
And then he just give the trailer to Jeff to put a score to it, and he came up with Red Like Roses. Yeah, that trailer sold you on there. Cute little girl with a cute fucking scythe/sniper rifle thing, just kicking ass. Yeah, I'll watch that. Apparently, before Monty passed, he had, basically mapped out up to volume 9, and then still had sketched out an outline up to volume 19. So he had big plans.
Ooh, that's a nice skybox.
Yeah, the story of how Ruby got started is interesting because Monty Owen worked for Rooster Teeth doing Red vs. Blue. And he wanted to do Ruby, and they told him, no, you can't do Ruby, you won't want to do this. But once you've done this, during the downtime between seasons, go ahead and do it, bring us something. He's shown the Red trailer and go, yeah, fucking make it. It's also why the first season is a bit rough around the edges. It was a very small team done quite quickly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the people in the background that were just silhouettes kind of threw me off a little bit.
That was purely just to save animation time.
Oh no, I understand, absolutely. But
and as each subsequent volume passes, you see the increase in production value as they realise, shit, people actually like this shit. It's quite popular. It's actually even popular in Japan now.
Why would people like crap? Is the question.
Well, no, it means that the thing is, it means that anime has gone full circle, because the original creators of anime in Japan all cite Disney films as their inspiration to create animated stories, and then they imported their versions into America, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and all that lot. And now America are exporting American Japanese style anime back to Japan.
Active.
Everything's come full circle.
Oh, I need to do that.
I like this new planet I got now.
Ready for battle.
I need to change. I need to get onto Ace about that,
Planet
actually.
development finished.
What?
I need to change the Asgard beams from abilities to actual weapons.
Ah.
Are they not actual weapons? I thought once you did the beam research, they became weapons.
On some of them they do, on others not so much, so...
If the ones that are ability based, just if you don't want to make them weapon based, just make them more powerful. So they can't be used as often, but they do more damage.
Oh no, we're gonna switch them all to weapon based, I think.
Research complete.
Was the...
No, I think that might be a nice tactical way to use, especially you say, you know, the higher end Asgard ships, where their beam weapons are really fucking powerful, but they're not automatic fire. You have to manually fire them.
I want to say Hephaestus Titan has a Lagrangian beam weapon on board it.
Structure complete.
No, just spitballing.
Where is the Towering Titan anyway?
What do you mean? It's at the very end. Tartarus Titan.
You
and
gotta go
Hephaestus.
through all your null tech.
Structure complete.
You've got to go through at least 4 Asgard upgrades.
Yeah, no, I just wasn't sure.
So.
Planet development finished. Research complete. More crystal is needed.
I like this tech. Raider relations.
Were you tempted to have a go at making a furry faction?
Oh, what, the Furlings?
Structure complete.
Oh, baby.
Because there's complete creative freedom there.
This is true. Because they're never shown.
No, they just got named and a small example of how their writing looks.
And that's about it.
No, I like this relic here. That is now mine. I thank you,
Reporting
Viking,
in.
What? Oh, okay.
for donating the relic
Moving
to
to
me.
location.
I didn't donate shit.
Because from a developer point of view, that would appeal to me. You know, it's in the Stargate canon, but in such a vague way that it gives you complete creative freedom. You also know
Viking,
since they're
you
one
did.
of the 4 races, they're going to be a powerful race.
You did donate it to me.
Not really. You just came and took it.
He transferred ownership, shall we say?
No, I didn't even take it from him. No, he gave it to me.
No, this is lies and slander.
Yeah, that's right, slander. Libel's written, isn't it?
Kids.
Slander spoken.
Yes.
Intel reports an impending
What are you
pirate
up to
raid.
then?
Attacking an
Hello?
empire has become more profitable.
Hello.
I'm chatting random bollocks. They're playing a game.
Angel.
Structure complete.
What are they playing? What mod are you up playing?
Stargate Invasion.
I just made the proposition that potentially the Furlings could be a faction that could give your developers complete creative freedom.
What do you
Yet
mean by
stay with
complete creative freedom?
Well, because all we know of them is a name and a small example of how their writing looks, and that was it. But because they're one of the 4 races, then they're obviously, you know, probably highly advanced and quite powerful.
Structure complete.
Remind
They're
me
on par
again.
with
Yeah,
the Ancients, the Asgard, and the Nox.
I was about to say, yeah, how did the Nox get in there, by the way?
Well, the Nox were, you know, the ultimate pacifists, so to speak.
Okay, what does that make? How does that make them part of the council?
Doesn't
you know?
mean that they're technologically not advanced. It just means their technology was never geared towards.
That's not entirely true. It's just you don't see their military.
Yeah, but given the philosophy of their culture, it was all about not direct conflict. It's about,
Structure complete.
you know, avoiding it.
Given the fact that Gold were on their
Moving to
planet, I'm
location.
guessing they would have shown their military then and there.
No, they didn't, because they had the
Yeah,
technology
yeah.
just to make things
Yes,
invisible.
yes, I
And
know.
heal.
But if they did have a military, I'm saying if they did have a military, I'm sure they would have showed it there and then to get rid of them.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
probably during the height, you know, they had, you know, the Ancients, the Asgard, and the mysterious
Structure
Furlings
complete.
to call on if required.
Good, you do have a valid point, yeah, because the Asgard, obviously, even like 10 of their ships would be on par with probably 20 of the Goa'uld ships.
Oh, one of their ships can take down 3 or 4 Hatarks by itself easily.
Can it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, so maybe 30 odd ships.
Like I mentioned before, it depends on, pre or post.
See pictures in spam.
Anubis upped the capabilities of the Goa'uld forces quite a bit.
Well, he only upped the capabilities of his own groups.
Yes, but the Goa'uld scavengers, as soon as he went out the picture, everyone descended on his stuff. Like Baal got hold of the super soldiers, so I'm sure he got hold of some technology as well.
Well, Baal was working for Anubis for a time.
Yes.
Until, obviously, Baal stabbed him in the back.
I always found Baal a very good character. I always enjoyed him.
He's a handsome bloke who plays him, that's for sure.
You see pictures in spam, though?
Yes, they're not.
Yes. You specifically see the floating city.
Doesn't mean it has defenses of any kind, though.
It just means they didn't need to show any military might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the ability to go invisible, they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can teleport wherever the hell they want. And so therefore they were never threatened, so yeah.
Them, like the Asgard, can control Stargates.
Yeah.
They can build
if you're
Stargates.
not threatened by, say, an insect outside, you're sitting outside, you see a...
I suppose you could say that the Nox were as close to ascended beings as non-ascended beings could be in what they showed that they could do, in their ability to manipulate energy.
Yeah, probably.
Research complete. Additional research required.
Whereas the Asgard represented a culture which relied solely on technology for everything. That's why they couldn't ascend.
Credits required.
I don't know. I think maybe the Asgard could have ascended if they tried.
No, it was explained in one of the episodes that something to do with the cloning process made that impossible.
Ah.
It's one of the reasons Loki was trying to do his experiments to take the Asgard back to a previous time before they started cloning, when they were more human-like in appearance.
Yeah, but so was Heimdall.
Yeah, that's what I say. Loki was probably part of that research before he decided to go rogue eventually. He was one of their greatest scientists at the end of the day, even though he had questionable morals.
Yeah, that's why they didn't like him.
He was definitely an ends justified the means type scientist.
Yeah, which obviously the others did not agree with.
Research complete.
No, but that's why the other faction that's in the Pegasus galaxy, they're more of Loki's way of thinking.
The veneer.
That's why I always thought that Loki must have had some contact with that group or some influence over them, because they're much closer in his way of thinking than traditional Asgard society.
Research complete.
If not a part of the group itself, they might have used his ideas to form the group. He's the one that came up with these ideas, and they're a group that forwarded them.
Possibly.
He was the inspiration, maybe, even if he wasn't part of it. That's a possibility. But again, I'm just spitballing here because I can't stand awkward silences sometimes.
Research complete.
Your people will join the cause.
No, they won't.
But don't you see part of your people have already joined?
They're not my people.
Research complete.
Oh, it is your star system.
They're in my star system, yeah, that doesn't mean they're my people. They can burn and die for all I care.
They are surplus to requirements.
Research complete.
Pretty much.
Reporting in.
Structure complete.
So you have to research both Titans?
No, you just have to research one. You can research both if you want, but it'd be a waste of resources because you can only have one.
Are there heroes in this mod?
Yes.
Well, should have known that.
The Azurans don't have them, though. Not yet.
Oh, you got to have at least one.
I was gonna
Oberon.
say.
We haven't
gotta-
implemented them
you
just yet.
You should have at least Oberon.
There is going to be 4 for the
But Oberon's a
Azurans.
good doggy.
You could have Weir as one of the Asuran ones. She
We
got
already
Temmie's
have.
One, didn't she?
We have Neum, Oberoth, Replawir, and Fran.
Fran, yes, the other one, the one that McKay did.
Hello.
The-
This was not part of our plan, Rodney.
But, you know, it's also, it kind of reminded me of the film. You ever seen, what was it called? The one where the nerds create a fucking robot girl. You know, Ultimate Nerd Dream, create your own woman.
Ex Machina?
No, it was an old
No,
film.
Science Theater 2000
Oh, Life
or something
Force.
like that.
Weird, is it Weird Science?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I'm old. I remember the fucking film Hackers. You see, Angelina Jolie's titties in that.
Nice.
Yes, and not just, you know, it's when she was in, like, you know, she must have been early 20s, late teens, very young, very young. And she played a hacker.
You guys want to find people
What was her name? I think it was Acid Burn. So what heroes of the Tal'Ri you got? So you've got to have O'Neill.
We have.
Oh, how many are there? And I'll try and guess.
There are 5.
O'Neill has to be one.
Hammond, probably.
If there's
Yeah.
5, yeah, Hammond.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who else would I pick as a hero?
Daniel Jackson.
No.
Oh, you know, one I would pick would be what's his name? He used to command the Daedalus.
Caldwell.
Yeah,
Yes, he is one. The
he was
Daedalus.
synonymous with that ship.
There are 2 more that you haven't guessed.
Who was the black dude who was on the was it the Odyssey or
The Apollo.
Apollo? That's it.
Yes.
Sam.
Abraham something. I can't remember his second name.
Jump coordinates.
And then, you know, General, what's his name? Who was played by not
Don S.
Don S.
Davis.
Davis.
General
No,
Hammond.
the other one.
Oh, General
No, the one
Landry.
after Hammond. Landry, because he would have been in command of the Odyssey at the very end of the series.
We've actually no. In the very last episode of the series that we ever see, which is technically the Ark of Truth.
That's not the series. That's the
Reporting
TV movie.
Well, that was the ending of the Ori and that, so I technically class that as the final SG1
Yeah, that was the
thing.
Sorry, guys. Let's just wrap up all the loose ends for you in.
And
not
in
so great
that,
fashion.
Cameron Mitchell was in command of the Odyssey.
Oh, right.
And after that mission, he gets promoted to a full colonel, and to my knowledge, gets made the commander of the Odyssey.
What? He gives up SG1?
Well, they all go their different ways again.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, Sam ends up as fucking.
She ends
commander
up
of
the
Atlantis for a
commander
year.
of Atlantis, yeah, and then the commander of the Phoenix, or the George Hammond.
I loved Woolsey as well. Robert Picardo, great actor.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know he does stand-up comedy as well.
Does he? That must be
Yeah.
hilarious.
He's also one of the, you know, the you know, sci-fi actors that, you know, really
Turns up.
enjoy. He enjoys being part of the fandom. He just enjoys it all.
Oh, yeah. David Hewlett's like that. He really loves being part of just the whole sci-fi thing.
Yeah, but then again,
Research complete.
he probably lived the dream on Atlantis, playing a sci-fi character.
Oh, yeah. And the fact that they brought his sister in to play
Was that
as
his actual real life?
Yes, that was his real sister, Kate Hewlett.
I loved. I love the bit in the the little bit where his real name's Meredith and not Rodney.
Oh yeah.
Scouts have found a colonized
I love
planet.
that little bit.
Yes, Commander.
Whatever you say, Meredith.
I do think in many places Atlantis was probably better, better written than most of SG-1.
There were some times where SG-1 didn't do so great in the writing department.
Planet.
No, but it did take a few seasons to find its feet.
Oh yeah.
Atlantis kind of hit the ground running for me.
Well, Atlantis came in sort of 7 seasons through SG-1, so they kind of knew what they were doing by then. So they were able to just
were a great introduction into the canon. Great antagonist, the Wraith.
Oh yeah, I love Todd.
Yeah, Todd. Do you know the actor who played him also played
Research complete.
several other characters, but he also played one of the Athosians.
Yes, he plays.
The second in command to Taylor type thing.
Yeah, that's
the way I think.
That's how I've always thought of him.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Oh, I can't remember his bloody name. I know it's Christopher Herondale who plays
Yes,
him.
he's also in Sanctuary with Amanda Tapping as well.
Yes,
which
he
is
plays
better
Beast.
Than most people think he is.
He plays the Beast, doesn't he?
No, he also plays the bald geezer who can teleport.
Ah.
Who apparently, according to the Sanctuary lore for that world, was Jack the Ripper at one point when his mind went crazy for a while.
Ah.
He's a ruthless killer. There's something about the thing in the Sanctuary. There's Amanda Tapping's character, that bald geezer's character. There's Dr. Watson of Sherlock and Watson, who apparently was the actual real genius, not Sherlock. Nikola Tesla, and there was a fifth one I can't remember, who all injected themselves with vampire blood at one point. That's why they're all weird, live long,
Structure complete.
have different abilities. It's quite a good show. I quite enjoyed it. Although it did take me a few episodes to get used to Amanda Tapping's English accent.
More crystal is needed.
Yeah.
There's something just not quite right about it.
I think after listening to like 10 seasons of her with an American accent.
Yes, there's a difficult transition, but just for at least to my British ear, there's something just not quite right about the posh accent she's using. But
then again, she's in like, what is it, 1980s London or something?
She was originally Victorian, not modern day, so that's how I explain it away in my head.
Well, it works.
It's a Victorian posh accent, not the posh accent I normally hear.
Comlink active.
I vote this map is horrible for this mod.
This isn't even our map, I don't think.
Any of you guys ever watch?
Just generally for this mod, it's bad map to play this mod on.
Yeah.
Reporting in.
Any of you guys ever watch Warehouse 13?
Yes.
Yes. Haven't watched it in a while.
They're re-showing it again on PIC on English TV.
I love
so
how the character who plays Artie gets around.
Oh yeah, he's in shitloads of stuff.
He's in Stargate and Eureka.
Like, I've watched a lot of but then again, the Sci-Fi Channel, when they were making all these shows, in their heads it was all the same universe. They were supposed to cross over.
Well, in Eureka, he plays a character who...
Yeah, he plays, who's got...
has, like, ridiculous OCD sort of thing. But then, later on, he, is mentioned again when Claudia comes to Eureka. But I explain that away because they're in a different timeline.
What, because of the astrolabe?
No, because what's his face from
I haven't seen all of Eureka.
I'm pretty sure he plays Gaius Baltar, I'm not sure.
Why are you so paranoid?
Why am I paranoid? I'm not paranoid. Why are you paranoid?
I see those railguns, buddy.
What about railguns?
Why do you have so many?
It's called defences.
Because, yeah, you know, it's
You
called
defend.
prudence.
You defend your places of worship. Because yes, we are now the gold-controlled tower.
Yeah, there's not just the crossover character-wise. There's a lot of crossover of just actors. You know, a lot of sci-fi actors. You know, you've seen a lot of other sci-fi shows.
Oh yeah, like for example Robert Picardo.
Yeah, and like Kate Mulgrew.
Yeah.
Okay, push forward.
Why are you running?
Oh, I'm not.
You're running away.
Did you know that Joe Flanagan?
On predetermined orders. You know, XP is a wonderful thing.
And the
Moving
Hades
to location.
Starbase, unupgraded, take on a I don't know, a carrier on the Miniature Rings.
Yes, I believe so.
You know
That's
that
what's happening in my space right now. I can't.
I know that when they cancelled Stargate Atlantis, Joe Flanagan, who plays Shepard, tried to buy it.
yeah, buy the rights not just to Atlantis but to Stargate Universe as well.
Yeah, to Stargate in general. Because
Yeah,
he
wanted
liked
the
it so much.
whole lot.
Structure
Plus,
complete.
again, like the dude who played Rob, I can never remember his name.
David Hewlett.
Yeah. Dave.
Fleet is under attack.
He, you know, I think him and Joe.
Why so many defences?
No.
Dirtbag, you freaking dirt.
The one thing that
Trying to do
Nerdum
things
knows
right now,
more
man.
than
I
anything
don't have time for this
else
crap.
is that the big money to a successful sci-fi series is not the time the series is on TV so much. It's the massive long tail of the conventions.
Yeah.
So if the fan base that Stargate was building, if they carried on, they could have easily started to rival Star Trek as one of the most comprehensive sci-fi universes that were ever put on TV.
Yeah.
Star Trek's got what over 700 hours of episodes or something like that. Not to mention the films, all the animated series, all the expanded universe books.
Oh no, one of my ships was destroyed.
No, just the capital ship.
I really enjoyed
Don't worry
Stargate
about it.
Universe. I thought it was a great show.
I wasn't a fan of it actually.
I liked the shift in tone rather than being going out to places and being adventurous. It was more all about, internal struggle and survival.
Planet development finished.
What Voyager should have been. Voyager should have been much more of a struggle.
Okay, push forward.
Like Year of Hell was supposed to be a whole season and they shot that down. That would have been brilliant. Actually seeing the crew struggle so far from home, there's no local space dock to go to if you get in trouble.
You pushed into my territory, I'm taking it back.
Research complete.
You need to deal with Wolf now.
Excuse me.
Because he's coming to you, Wolf.
Structure complete.
He's following me.
The universe did introduce a couple of interesting alien species. I think the abandoned AI drone ships were an interesting idea.
Structure complete.
Oh, the Seekers can deploy a starbase.
Also, there was there was an episode.
No, they can't.
But they say they can.
I know they do, but I haven't disabled that. I've disabled that ability. I just haven't taken it off yet.
The Atlantis episode, Deadless Variations.
That was a brilliant episode.
Where at one point they seemed to go into a universe where there was like some kind of org-like cybernetic. That was an interesting idea.
Yes, we have looked at that ship, and I think we are going to do a model on it.
What I do is like a random event ship.
Yeah,
Just turns up and fucks your shit up.
pretty much.
Reporting in.
Oh no, what happened? Did you
Moving
lose
to
your
location.
foothold in my galaxy?
Okay, push forward.
You think that's the only planet I have there?
No, I
And
know you've
you
got the
remember
other
those
ones.
ships from before?
They're going to.
back.
Oh no. Whatever will I
Stay
do?
right there. Stay right there.
It's not like I have 4 Daedalus classes with Asgard beam weapons.
Go for it.
Reporting in.
Where are you
Moving
going,
to
guys?
location.
They realize what's coming.
Thing is, the Asgard beam weapons come in several variations. So the first battle of the with the Ori, when the 4 motherships came through, those Asgard ships were not very effective at all.
They didn't have Asgard beam weapons, though. They had plasma weapons.
Oh, they were the pulse weapons, not the beam weapons.
Yes. The Asgard beam weapons don't actually get introduced until the very last episode of SG1.
What were they like? They were like part of the O'Neill class ships.
Nope, they were given to the
Reporting in.
humans.
Oh, they weren't even mounted on the Asgard ships themselves. It was just
But the
a research
304s are
project.
not capital
Reporting
ships?
in.
Nope.
That's horrible.
Research complete.
Okay, push forward.
Good day, Commander.
I could really do with the AI not sending one ship to each of my
Reporting
planets,
in.
because
Planet development finished.
that's like that's a huge threat.
Is the Alistair the Titan?
The Alistair? What?
Yeah.
Oh, what, the Aegea?
No, Alistair.
No.
What is the Alistair?
I have no idea.
Alastor.
No, sorry, that name does not compute.
Well, it's... Oh no, it's a CERN.
Attacking an empire.
Reporting in.
Oh no.
What was
What
the name of that
happened?
fucking race?
Is it one of you guys?
It's a repeat of season 2 of Universe.
Was it one of you guys who put more bounty on me, or was it the AI?
I think that might have been the AI, because I've not put a bounty on anyone.
The only bounty I put is on the AI.
Fair enough.
That's probably why.
Well, AI's gotta die now.
I'd like to see you
Actually,
do that.
no, I need to kill my pirate base first, then I can kill the AI.
What, you afraid of a little pirate base?
Pirate bases are easy to take care of,
Reporting in.
as long as you pay attention. I tend to just warp in, hold position at the edge of the battlefield, let them come to me, destroy all the ships, then take out the base.
Exactly.
Or in SGA 3, if you're playing as a Borg, just send the Borg Titan in. Job done.
The progenitor.
Yeah.
The literal dick missile.
Research complete.
Yep, the first time I saw it, I go, what the fuck's that green dildo doing there?
Pretty much.
But that's apparently what the rough shape of Vija.
Yeah, that is actually... Well, it's in Star Trek Online, so you can take it as canon or you can leave it. It's up to you.
I don't consider Star Trek Online canon, per se.
I mean, there are
just-
canon designs.
Yeah, I think it's an expression of the world, but not definitive of it.
Hmm.
There is no further
If that makes any sense to anyone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like these mods, they're an expression of these worlds, but they're not defined. They don't define the world itself.
Hold on, I need to message Jeff.
What?
How did I have negative crystals just then?
Sorry, I've been wondering, is this Jeff with a J or a G?
Jay.
Ah, so I'm just curious. No, I keep wanting to say Talon. It's not Talon. That's fucking Earth Final Conflict. Tolan's. That's the one. It's the only other advantage in racing these Star Wars Galaxy.
How much do those B304s cost?
Why?
I'm just wondering.
Ready for battle.
You're just wondering because of your wondering how many of them I can spam.
Playing the Tauri.
No, I'm not playing Tari.
He's playing Azuran. He is the only one.
Yeah.
Well, and the AI.
Well, yeah.
But nobody cares about the AI.
Costs 650 credits, 150 metal, and 135 crystal.
Damn, that's cheap.
Yes. Well, it's because... whoops. It's because early game, the Tauri are very weak until they get Asgard beam weapons. And then they start to kick ass.
But that's a single
Research
tech.
complete.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it was
You have
in
to
the show.
research more text to get it.
Yeah, the beam weapons were a game changer.
Yeah. No, what I mean is, yeah. My ships that do anything, though.
Why are you
yeah.
sending polar scouts at me?
Huh?
Go away, AI.
X-304 Daedalus class reporting for duty.
Yeah, my equivalent is...
Capture them, send the scout back to the AI homeworld, and just put it on an infinite loop all the way around, and the AI will just chase the fucker.
Ready
Just drop a nuke on their heads.
Reporting in.
Yeah, the thing is, with this map, the Asurans are screwed because, yeah.
Actually, they're not. They start with long-range hyperdrives.
coordinates.
There's... From what I understood, I had to get the tech for it.
Oh no, he's got a Kalis
X-304
carrier.
Daedalus class reporting for duty.
Yeah,
God.
it's tech 2, but you still gotta get it.
That's more like it.
Hey AI, screw out of my system right now. Oh my gosh, what you screw on? I am trying to
Launching jump coordinates.
What?
The hyperspace
Good
particle
day,
effect.
Commander.
I need to change it. Will you bloody jump? Nope. He dead.
Question is, you normally can see the range on ships by holding the Alt key.
Yes.
Why can't you do that now unless you hover over the thing?
If you select it, you should be able to. I can.
Comlink
That's what I mean. You click Alt.
Reporting in.
Normally, you
Reporting
can
in.
just see the hollow outline of the range of ships, enemy ships in your ships.
ready for battle.
Strange. It only seems to do one. That is strange.
X-304
Yeah, it only seems
class
to do your
reporting for duty.
ships, which is annoying.
Oh, you know what's more annoying? The fact that they're throwing all these tiny little groups at me, and I can kill any one of these groups, but they just keep sending them, and I can't go and do anything else that I need to do.
Join the club.
Your
Yeah,
culture
isn't that
still
you guys
seems
do?
to be spreading, which implies to me that you have a
Comlink
base.
active. Yes,
I
Commander.
don't anymore. The orange people do.
Ah.
Have fun with that.
I'll make short work out of them.
Oh, I'll deal with them.
Reporting in.
Because I just sort of evacuated that area. Because I'm pretty much out of this game.
No way. I don't believe
No, it's because literally they're cost restrictive, period.
Oh yes, the Azurans do have cost problems because everything's so powerful.
Meh?
So they
Comlink
rock at
active.
early game, but late game it becomes quite
That's
evenly
more like it.
balanced.
Nah.
Reporting in. Moving to location. Reporting in. Moving to location.
I love the female voice actress.
Reporting in. Reporting in.
She was just so lovely to just edit the sounds of.
Our backup is joining the fight.
Reporting in.
Ready for battle.
I'm getting. How am I getting negative crystal income?
I thought we fixed that.
It doesn't say I'm getting negative income, but in practice, that's what's happening.
Ooh, there's my second favourite ship design of ours.
Reporting in.
The Concordia.
Yeah, like I said, this they have no chance of building up an economy
Research complete.
because there's no economy to build up.
There's a dog.
It's not my dog this time.
Or mine, for a change. They've actually gone to bed.
Phase jump complete.
I don't even have enhanced Asgard shields. Or advanced Asgard beams.
Where do I?
Intel reports an
Let's
impending
see,
pirate
long-range
raid.
frigate versus heavy cruiser.
Good day, Commander.
Who will win?
I know on paper who
Easily
should win.
done.
If you put a bounty on my head, you will pay dearly. I'm sorry, is the AI threatening me?
Research complete.
Oh, the AI threatened you. What the frick? Put bounty on their head and it went down.
That must mean they're under attack.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not taking this raid AI. You're taking it.
You will do as you're bloody well told.
You will take this pirate raid and you will like it.
Allegiance is dangerously low on one of our planets.
Oh, they
No,
sent
I
a
said
Taylor's cruiser
you
out.
think you will like it. Come on, raid, just go already. Go
Why
now.
are their jump drives purple?
Research complete.
Sorry, what? That's not right.
Comlink active. Pirate raiders are on
Yes,
the loose.
there we go.
That's more like it.
I need to do those sounds as well.
I have minus 200 crystals. How is this thing?
I don't know. I could have swore we fixed that. That shouldn't be an issue anymore.
Well, how many warships do you have?
A few.
A few.
There's your answer.
Research
Hover
complete.
over every one of your ships. Over one at a time. Now do the math.
Minus 5 credits per second for every BC 304. Minus 1.7 for capital on credits and minus 0.5. What? That's not right.
Research complete.
So, are my star bases mobile?
No. I need a culture center before I lose my planet.
Ready for battle. Easily done.
Let's go deal with these guys.
Does it move around the gravity well?
No. It is 100% static. I know this because I was
Research
the one who
complete.
made it that way.
Aww.
Plotting jump coordinates.
Why would you do such a sacrilegious thing?
Because in the full version, when I eventually
Good
get
day,
the model,
Commander.
you lied to me.
Huh?
It will be completely static as well. I knew you bloody lied to me. There
For
it
the
is.
home world.
Just leave it alone.
The
Leave the poor
hell I
little
will.
culture station alone.
No.
The dome of peace. Oh, okay. It's a Visari starbase. Okay.
For the moment, yes. As currently we are still waiting on the model for the Azuran starbase.
We've lost contact.
I have been told
And-
that it is in progress, but that's about as far as I've been told.
And it's got base stats. Damn it.
And don't build one again.
Fire at will.
Son of a bitch. It wasn't in time. Damn it.
For
You
the
will
home
pay.
world. I'll make short work out of them.
2,000 credits.
There is no further profit in attacking an empire.
That one. You. I need.
I have minus 500 crystal right now.
I still have positive.
Good day, Commander.
There's got to be something I can do to fix that. And I'm not self-destructing my ships.
Self-destruct.
Comlink active.
Okay, so these guys can tank and heal each other. Okay.
Who's that?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Nothing. They basically took over the place of overseers. That's the only hint I'm giving you.
Research complete.
Okay.
You know what overseers are, right?
From
From base game sins.
Destiny class reporting for duty.
no. I have played like 4 hours of base game. if
Roger
that.
that. Level off here.
Ready for battle.
How are you not dead yet?
Copy that, TACCOM.
Reporting
What?
in.
And unfortunately, my BC-304s cannot attack the surface, or you would be already dead. Go away, orange people.
Good day, Commander.
You're not wanted here.
All hands, prepare for phase jump. jump complete. All hands, prepare for phase jump.
Reporting in.
Well, at least the orange people have built warships.
They have. They've just been attacking me this whole time.
Well, when I played with Gull, they didn't.
Roger that. Level off here.
They built literally just scouts.
Research complete.
Oh, they have Atlantis. Yeah.
Comlink active.
Oh my god, is your planet not dead yet?
Reporting in.
And I don't have the economy. I
Reporting
literally did
in.
have to
Moving
do
to
self-destruct
location.
on my ships
Reporting
to get
in.
my crystal.
Moving to location.
Just stop decreasing. I may have to self-destruct even more of my ships because it's still not going up.
Reporting in. Moving to location.
Now, where to build that? Oh, there will do nicely. Oh my god, just die.
All hands, prepare for phase jump.
Here's a question. Have we put the Horizon missile platform on the Apollo yet?
So, you think we're doing another game map? Not this map. Hello?
Hello?
Think we're doing another game after this?
May have to call it a day for tonight. Hello? Oh. Okay. I don't know what happened there. So Sin's just crashed.